Fuck. So today we are playing FIFA 18. Precious fun. Me, right? Yes. So yes, guys, I've got an England squad. Well, I'll definitely show you. Here you go. Here's my England squad. Yeah, I've got Danny Welbeck. Is that Welbeck? Yeah, Danny Welbeck. Fortunately, a Newcastle player because I had no idea what else to put in. I need a better right back, that's for fucking sure. Let's play, excuse me, from squad battles. Oh fuck. I am fucked. Do professional. I'll go away, they'll go home. No, that wouldn't make sense. I'll go away. I'll go home. They'll go away. Yeah. Wait, what? I could have sworn I put that as home. Wait, what? I'm lost. I could have sworn I just seen that.
City Stoke in terms of the pottery industry. The football club's making a few headlines now, isn't it, Alan?
Let's go.
Got a very, very loyal court of supporters.
Oh shit.
Take no prisoners.
Oh, referee, that's dirty.
I'll let you know if you're not playing well.
Come here, you little shit.
Can't make a noise when they
Or maybe not. Or maybe not.
So this is how the host line
Ah, you little fuckface.
starts with goal. Danny Ings.
Ah, fuck, he's done me. He's done me! Oh, thank you, Forrester. Thank fuck, he got my ass saved. Oh, referee, come on. The music helps. See, Cristiano. If you guys haven't seen Jigsaw, then I recommend watching it because it's fucking awesome. No spoilers. Oh, well, I ain't spoiling it. Ah, shit. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, fuck, he's done me. He's done me. Oh, no, it's a penalty. No. Oh, it's a fucking booking as well. Ah, it's a shade Jody guy as well. Fucking awesome.
I think the booking is fair enough.
Brutal.
Good penalty.
Oh, he's fucking done me.
Put away from the spot in style.
Well, he enjoys the responsibility and he took that coolly.
He's done me.
Supposedly, John Kramer designed this for a game that took place before all the others.
So the first goal is 1-0.
Alright, we gotta fucking catch up, otherwise we're fucked. Ouch, his back is bleeding, it's bleeding! Oh, that's gotta hurt like fucking stitches in your back. Oh shit! No! You bastard! Oh shit! Yeah, oh fuck, I thought it was going past to me. Oh! You little shite bag. Clear it! Yes, clear him! Oh yes, you little shit. Oh no 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 no! No! 2-0!
Looking good this move. And he's got the ball away from him with the tackle. Still got a bit to do.
Oh fucking hell. Oh no. Oh thank fuck it was a yellow. No, what is wrong with you, referee? Oh, Jordan Henderson as well.
You've got to catch the ball absolutely perfectly to beat the keeper from that range.
Oh, damn. Oh shit. Oh thank God.
Well, it did look easier to score than to miss. Just got a bit overexcited there.
Oh no no no! Stop it! Stop it! Oh yes, you little shit! Referee, how do these twats not getting sent a yellow? No!
There's still danger here after this half clearance. Here's a chance to whip it in. And now he's looking for some support. Space for the
Motherfucker.
He cut it back looking
Oh, fuck off. I'm 3-0 down. If I lose against one more goal, that's I'm rage quitting.
playing well. Their superiority increased really with this goal. Well, you can only see more goals coming their way in the run of play. Well, we expected this. Such a one-sided affair. Look at the scoreline.
Ouch. His face just got split.
Looking to play their way through now. And shoots! The goalkeeper.
Oh.
Getting in behind the opposition fullback.
Gruesome.
Can afford to give those defenders a yard or two.
Oh, excuse me.
Conte. Promising build-up.
Shit.
That challenge.
No, you little shit.
Has done well beating his man. Pogba. Is it important?
No, no, I'm rage quitting. Oh, no, 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 no. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Fuck off, that
Need a
hurts.
logo. Why not make it today? With Keller Brands, you can create a professional logo within minutes and get artificial intelligence to give you a design for free and purchase only if you
This is this. This is. Oh, fuck off. He has one of the SBCs. So vital. So get in.
33 seconds for 2 logos. Repetitious green light bulb, but boring. It takes 9 cuts for this movie to explain how f***ed up this is. Well, Channel 3 where I live is public access, and it never has anything remotely as interesting as this. It's mostly local sermons, music, and broadcasts of city council meetings, where Cheryl the town nag repeatedly disses the city council just because she can. Also, since he doesn't jump upon seeing the Jigsaw masked thingy guy, I guess this guy didn't see the last movie? Oh, to be him for a day.
How much blood will you shed to stay alive, Michael?
The key is in Michael's eye socket, and he's been presented the easiest choice in this series so far. From pure adrenaline alone, this dude should be able to cut out the key and save himself. But this is Saul we're talking about here. Editing credits shared by Marvel Films, and over-caffeinated Stan Lee, and meth. This movie is actively telling me you right now. You've got nothing to complain about, do you? Not only are you possibly the stupidest song victim in history, you've got well more than a minute to cut your survival out. Holy shit, they made 2 of these things? Also, I'll tell you right now, if this movie is expecting me to remember anything from the first Saw movie, then the movie has vastly overestimated my investment. Donnie Wahlberg's like, why can't I get a call from Scorsese? I was in the 6th Sense. Mark thought the Vietnam War was still going on in 1988. Give me a freaking break here. But Donnie's at a crossroads in his career here. At a point directly between the 6th Sense and dating Jenny McCarthy. And believe it or not, those are the only 3 data points we need to create an accurate line graph of his career trajectory.
Your mother gets to keep custody, I get to take you into custody.
The guy that wrote this line was so proud of himself, he literally sucked his own dick right after. Sadly, he took it.
Fucking banner.
Was ironic and yet still somehow appropriate.
Please save me the after-school special. Why is such a compliment? Hey,
That movie mocking after-school specials is doing a pretty good job of imitating one. This guy smokes all the cigarettes. This transition seems cool, but really just feels like his room is in a studio, and he's merely walking into another part of the studio. Hey, Starship Troopers girl, still getting work. Good. And somehow he immediately looks to the ceiling after all that cryptic, and after she looks to the left.
Oh, Michael.
Wait, is there a tape of this? Remember the TV earlier? I'm not even sure it's plugged up or anything, but that's beside the point. There's no VCR there, and this TV definitely isn't one of those TV VCR combo things either. While hunting the Jigsaw Killer, this precinct is also still looking for Travis Bickle, Igor, and old Pierce Brosnan.
my wife's divorce lawyers, I'd say my hands are pretty full.
Full of cliches, yes. Movie spends daytime soap opera dollars on big dream flashback sequences.
What?
They actually collected
Oh, I want
3.5 from the
18K.
assembled idiots.
Okay, 18K. Shite. Hang on.
Steel Company logo that was on the
Oh my god, I could get this guy, European level match.
Clues all along to the Denver Men.
Men going in teams of 3. I'll go with team out.
Thanks for the completely useless, seemingly exciting dialogue, strange SWAT dude we've never met and will never see again. Good luck with Team Alpha, whatever that means.
Just like the good old days, huh?
Did they, like, literally only have 3 days to shoot this? I'm at a loss to explain the this movie, considering there are about 6 sequels after this one.
Team I want you in front, Baker.
I don't know if I should get him or should I get the Premier League thingamajiggy or that guy. Yeah, I'll think of it when I come to get my coins tomorrow. How much am I spending on this shit? 4,104,015.
I never really considered it before, but yes, I think this is true. This movie has more stair action than Batman v Superman: The Ultimate Edition. After all this, these dumbasses run up the stairs, figuring, well, there's one movie trap, definitely won't be more.
Is this close enough?
Haha, I solved your clever steel company clue. 3 dots on Jigsaw here, and only 2 assholes with guns here.
I think that's my son.
You think?
Where is he? That's a problem you're gonna have to solve before it's too late.
I know Jigsaw has a few followers who help him, but how did he learn enough about these people to decide these people must go through my dastardly kill puzzles? He may have read some things, heard some things, but to know them intimately enough to know they need to be hooked up to death machines?
Oh, yes. There will be blood.
Roll credit. Also, I drink your milkshake. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the dude the first movie said was the killer, which makes me both not trust him right now and assume some other unseen weirdo is the actual killer in this movie. But mostly, whatever.
Tell me where he is. He's in a safe place.
Well, that's enough for me. I need to go make some phone calls.
Reach Daniel's phone. He's not in right now.
Wow, he even changed Daniel's outgoing message. I gotta give it to Jigsaw, man. This guy pays attention to every detail, even ones that don't matter.
He has something calm down over here.
Can't be bomb squad now. Just now notice the countdown for some reason, even though it's in full view for everybody to see.
I mean, stop bitching about it and let's do something.
This is an argument the screenwriters had when they were writing this movie. Yet another movie that thinks viewers need or want to see characters puking on screen. Movie rips off National Treasure freak.
No, I'll go away, they'll go home. I got that.
There's no way this tape recorder from the wall contains any information about this guy's brother f***ing his wife behind his back, or about the boss that will not be able to slow down.
Who is this?
What does he mean, Dad?
Well, first off, he never said gas, he said nerve agent, but you were clever enough to solve the math on that one. And second off, are you f***ing kidding me?
Do not attempt to use this key on the door to this room. Yes, that's a good idea.
These characters are immediately unlikable and dangerously stupid, and maybe that's the point, but it doesn't make for an enjoyable movie experience when your eyes are constantly rolling. Wait a minute, was that the trap for this door if you use the key? This required one dumbass to turn the key, and another dumbass to look in the peephole for it to work. Unless Jigsaw was expecting the guy to turn the key to also be looking in the peephole, which is also not likely. Jigsaw's minions play the pronoun game. Well, I immediately don't trust the chick and think she's in.
Oh, Manuel Neuer, my fucking favourite goalkeeper in Germany. So. I don't like Killer Navas occasionally. Real Madrid goalkeeper, he's just occasionally shit. You would have rather have Manuel Neuer.
There's no way that John's voice can be heard like this over a walkie-talkie when he's 5 feet away from it and it's on the ground. You're going to use this bat to break through the double door? Is this the first place you'd take a whack? Wouldn't you hit it as close to the doorknobs as possible? As close to the locking mechanism as possible? Why hit one door 8 inches in and flip up a lock? Are you going for a Johnny opening? Also, Dave, this asshole still hasn't committed an object. Hey, I pushed on stuff and it worked out. I mean, if you found a door, it's guaranteed that torture clown asshole wanted you to find it, right? How do you not even suspect this at this point? This isn't acting. This is actually a candid moment between actresses. A woman girl frantically hopes to prevent him give her any kind of insight into the crazy shit of this movie. Oh, I don't know, but let's stare that possible clue up, because a shredded piece of paper beats an intact piece of paper any day. Laura somehow remembers the dude who kidnapped her, so she never turns around and sees him. And it's dark, and he's in the back seat of the car.
Clear corner.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, acting. I understand everyone in this warehouse has the intelligence of a coked out guinea pig, but absolutely nobody seems to understand they're in a situation that requires slightly more thought than simply crawling headfirst into an incinerator. And these guys have a flashlight too. It's not like they couldn't scoop this thing out first before diving in. Entirely too many minutes of a dude burning alive. It's a bad movie.
That's a free kick.
Yeah, okay. Why is it 17 miles away? Why aren't they here yet? Are they traveling by Segway? Movie tries to make us feel sympathy for this apparent Jigsaw killer guy by giving us the MTV supercut version of his Walter White cancer diagnosis. Did you remember the Gary Lloyd character from the song? I did not. How did I write this in?
I have literally driven myself to suicide. I had failed.
So I decided that
Oh,
myself
excuse
and
me.
others. You'd have done the same in my place.
And I was determined to spend the rest of my days testing the fabric of human nature.
I survived a car wreck while also having cancer, so therefore I decided to throw people into much more difficult torture puzzles because of something to do with man's lost survival instinct. We don't use as much today because we're not cavemen being chased by lions and tigers anymore, which was a much better time, I guess.
Those who don't appreciate life do not deserve life.
So basically, everyone but the double rainbow guy now?
No, we don't have 15 minutes.
Jeez, countdown got 23 minutes closer after 4 minutes of Jigsaw telling his life story. Discount middle school Casey Affleck is right. You should keep moving. How did this chicken think to check the couch moves for shit? I told you earlier she's in on it. Here's a small proof.
There we go.
Thanks for this, man. Such a double dude. If you're just coming here out of breath looking like you're stabbed or about to throw up, how did no one hear you running? How useless is the jump scare of the song?
James Ward Crows. Who is he?
This whole house is a trap.
So, because she's
Oh,
for
right,
sure,
I see.
obvious. Whatever's behind this door can't hurt. Jigsaw makes these assholes do for a TV and a pool and this is where I get off, kids. You realize how many sons and robberies Jigsaw must have committed? This many used needles. It's like 8 months of work easy. I know he's a puzzle killer who plans ahead, but this is sheer lunacy, which I guess people love. It's only the first of about 15 sequels. Also, why only 4 minutes to complete this task? With the minute you spent on the audio tape, you're already making a nice swim in 80 Why the possible time with it? Won't the actual fact that this movie continues from here without any of the witnesses to this horrific act attacking that dude is wrong as hell. And it takes an already flimsy premise and dips it in a pool of the unbelievable.
Let's talk this out.
No. No more talking. Dude, you guys have done almost no talking.
God.
Oh yeah, I totally murder tossed that girl in the needle pit. So what? Step to me. Hilariously, in order to prepare for this, Donnie just recalled the review of the label. They got dropped.
Boy. Ings. Liverpool.
Also, for the record, he is literally destroying evidence. Under the watch of armed police guards who supposedly know the difference between right and wrong.
Tech team's alive.
Only took an hour. You know how hard it is to haul computers.
Looking to play their way through.
Even haven't checked these desks yet. How has everyone with this guy or any human being know that Donnie Wahlberg planted evidence on all these criminals?
Is this guy honestly with Carvalho?
Christ, exactly how much more could we as a film-going public going to tolerate in the name of it? Right, this guy accidentally uncovers this guy's hat, and then accidentally remembers the jigsaw clue about the combination. Nothing but a dimwit asshole this whole movie. Meanwhile, a character set up to be smarter than him, I'm thinking about Jack. Honestly, a chest-bursting alien could leap out of this guy right now and I wouldn't bat an eye. That's how batshit crazy this movie's been so far. And how shamelessly it steals from other movies. Saw. I'm sure the true Jigsaw killer also planned for these two to go from conversation to knife fight in 3 seconds time. Well, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I feel confident labeling this a convenient seed. I'm sure the last thing you're supposed to do when someone has a seed is hold their second place.
Could shoot from here, that's
No,
what the crowd
all
think.
these people are great
Stopped
idiots.
emphatically, just as well.
This movie is also trying to make people believe this dude is going to memorize all the numbers he comes across. How fucking pathetic is this tech team, eh? They're like an hour or more late, then they take forever so that this asshole has to watch his son maybe die. I mean, Mr. Bean would be more effective than this movie's tech team. I'll take no real police force would allow to happen for $800. Also, thinking a game-playing motherfucker like this gives two shits about being beaten up. Come on, Donnie. Didn't you see The Dark Knight 3 years from now? On a dying whim, this girl goes down the hall and into this room. And wouldn't you know it, Jigsaw has the perfect little death scenario planned and plotted out for her. Voila! Because this asshole is fucking God, apparently. Even if she's forgetting caution because she's so weak and jades from her nerve agent, this illustrates why this movie's traps haven't been one bit of fun. Which is the whole reason we watch a Saw movie if you're into that kind of thing. Every single victim is too stupid to realize what they need to do, or they've been killed by something or someone else, or Jigsaw has made the trap too hard to solve in time. So, I give up. To all the non-epileptics out there, hope you enjoyed that high fucking stroke fest. To all the epileptics in the audience, on behalf of the movie, I apologize that you had to see it. Absolutely nobody saw that Eric and John got into an elevator until they were already going down on it.
Come on. Get you in the warehouse.
Wait, all this time, you never secured the warehouse series? In what? Or is this just some lazy copy-paste screenwriting going on here? I'm indicting every single one of these motherfucking cops on charges of aggressive incompetence for not checking the very goddamn building they've been standing in the whole motherfucking time. Goddamn, this pisses me off. And finally, tech guys fucking suck, by the way. Thanks for being useless to everyone but the screenwriter.
Carrie, we got a lock. We got a lock on the house.
Such timing! What coincidence! Much luck.
When we found the tech report. Furnace have a lock.
Well, good thing was murdered in this very room then.
You're gonna need this key when you get inside the house.
Eric suddenly trusts Jigsaw. I guess because he thinks his beating 100% worked on that psychopath.
Here's Jacko.
Know your own number. How are you gonna get it if I don't tell you?
It's really too bad this group of criminals and strangers couldn't work together in the 2 hours Jigsaw gave them. He's trying to teach teamwork, damn it. Dude, that guy really knows how to cut off a piece of his neck perfectly, with no mirrors. And even better, he cut precisely around the number that was written on it. But But then that piece of brilliance is totally negated by this kid slitting this dude's throat immediately after it happens. It's symbolic of the fun this movie provides. This person put a horse mask on and lay in a bathtub waiting for Eric to go up. This is dumb shit, because first off, there's no guarantee he would have walked into this place. Second off, he has a gun. I know you want to be scary and everything, but this could have easily backfired. The big reveal, Daniel was in that room the whole time. The footage we saw wasn't live, but on tapes. That's a really good ending. A fun ending. But he put us through a whole bunch of yelling and fighting and stupidity to get us here. Just because you've been stinking up the house spitting swamp rat doesn't mean we get excited when you put a pizza in front of us. I better fix that thing. Also, how did he not wake up before now or ever make a noise? Oh,
I found myself a father, a leader, a teacher.
more surprises! Amanda was working for Jigsaw all along. But first, let's put her in a room full of criminals. Well, it was a murder, also I guess she can be a surprise reveal later. I mean, that she was going to help Daniel stay alive during all that. That's another plan that could have backfired. What's the movie if Daniel dies? What is Jigsaw's point if he ended up getting killed?
It is I who will carry on John's work after he dies.
For one movie. Also, see, I told you.
Game over.
Wait a minute, why? Isn't the SWAT team running around in this building right now? Isn't the van with Jigsaw in the passenger seat still parked outside somewhere? They're just never gonna find this place. They're in the funnel.
Oxlade Chamberlain.
No one would have played it. There's somewhere like world. Starts off with some profane Donnie Wahlberg ADR. This doesn't feel like this one's for the children, and definitely isn't the right stuff, maybe. Sure, I'm glad Saw 3 put Donnie Wahlberg in a situation where he can't see and we can't see. The movie quietly tells us to go ourselves in the first 5 minutes. So we've started off with over 3 minutes of an uninteresting continuation from the last scene in Saw 2. And essentially, I would almost prefer the previously on Friday the 13th one for this. I'm not sure how that dirty sock is going to help with the pain. And furthermore, if you don't die from blood loss, you might die from whatever dirty bathroom floor disease you just ingested. Between this and The Sixth Sense, I think Donnie has met his quota on horror movie bathroom sequences. You haven't witnessed true cinema until you see one of the new kids on the block smash his own foot with a toilet tank cover. Was this guy certain that the situation no longer requires his gas mask, or is this that movie when some asshole pulls off their mouth so that they can hear what they have to say? How do these TVs know when to go on? I get someone is watching them somewhere. This is the TV your grandmother warned Johnny Duty on back in the day when he would work. No one is setting this piece of junk off remotely. Jigsaw has enough wherewithal and money to put together all these crazy traps, but you can't fork over for a computer or a TV that you could access remotely. You know you're in a Saw movie when disturbing images flash at you as if Jigsaw put epilepsy itself into one of its traps. I mean, this movie's editor got carpal tunnel syndrome while cutting this, right? He must have quit his job after holy he's edited 5 of these and directed 2 chapters of this series? Holy. I remember back in 1988 when Friday the 13th Part 7 was going to get an X rating if they didn't cut the scene down with a sleeping bag hitting the tree from 3 hits to 1. I wonder what got you an X rating in 2006. Live on-screen taint piercing? Even the movie wants to fast forward itself. Can someone give the movie a break, please? Does anyone in this franchise live in a place that doesn't look like a crime scene right out of an 80s TV procedural? The mirror scare cliche is so weird in a Saw film. This is a movie that relies on gruesome death traps, not ghosts. Also, seriously, what is it with Donnie Tubbs and bathrooms? So Amanda not only knows Carrie will be watching the crime scene video at this moment, but she can also somehow intercut a live feed of Carrie watching the video? Amanda sure has come a long way. She went from drug user to president of the AV Club at Georgia Foreign University in just a matter of months. Also, how the f*** is a camera broadcasting to the TV without wires? And how did the killer switch the TV to this camera shot when they're nowhere near the TV or the camera? A remote isn't doing this either. The killer does the usual horror movie bull, where they waited for no reason to set up this elaborate kidnapping, hoping to set up this camera in the closet scare. We really need 7 cuts for this one setup.
And by the time this tape is finished, you will have 1 minute to find a way out.
So we find out that Amanda is one of the killers behind the Jigsaw murder. She followed Jigsaw's work, so gives the victim no chance to survive the situation. My question is, how did she imitate the Jigsaw voice on these tapes? Did the Jigsaw go ahead and do the voice for the tapes, even though he didn't condone the traps she was setting up? Mind you, with only a minute to live, Carrie might as well just give up. But if she's trying to get out of this, why is she wasting time trying to pull the trap apart? Rather than sticking her hand in the acid to get the key. She almost got an extra minute there. Maybe Jigsaw meant a Cuban minute. Saw 2 already showed us that Amanda is a Jigsaw follower, and In this scene, they show us the torso of a person who is definitely Amanda. So why are they playing the old-timey mystery movie game where the victim says, "You," before the killer kills them? We know who the f*** it is. It's no mystery. Saw 3 inserts what looks like an erectile dysfunction ad in the middle of the movie. And they take a shower.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Grey's Anatomy,
What is it you want from me, Chris?
a divorce. We find out later that this is actually Nina's lover, not husband. So who the f*** asks their married lover to divorce their spouse like this? Also, it's kind of amazing that Jigsaw seems to find people who are connected in such a way that they're all going through various forms of obsession and sin. Dr. Gordon, who diagnosed John with cancer, was cheating on his wife. Dr. Lynn, who also diagnosed John with cancer, is cheating on her husband. Detective Matthews, who was investigating the Saw case, also cheated on his spouse and was a dirty cop who planted evidence. And let's not forget how John even figured this information out. I didn't know a guy setting up torture traps for life's f***ups could get so lucky. You mean to tell me if this locker room door is locked and you can't get out? It locks only on the outside? Jesus, never live in a movie, people. Also, Amanda sets up a kidnapping at a hospital, where the chances of being seen or caught are probably 20 times more likely than when Jigsaw does the typical home invasion kidnapping. I suppose Amanda knew that Lynn would be here all alone. It was very home as well. Also, Amanda now has to drag Dr. Lynn through the hospital without being seen. Gurney in that locker room. She can pretend Dr. Lynn is a patient. Kick him to the ER. By this point, these kidnappings have become so predictable they've lost any kind of suspense element, if they ever had any to begin with. Also, we knew from the moment we saw Lynn that she was going to be part of Jigsaw's plot. So why not just have her kidnapped after she has her meaningless conversation with Chris? Do we really need to see her save that kid's life, pop some pills, and be mopey? I'm sure someone will narrate this bull to us later. Oh wow, it's Amanda? Color me not surprised. Who the f*** else would it have been? Also, Dr. Lynn has no clue who Amanda is, so this would have been a much better reveal than the Detective Carey death scene. But still, the reveal is not really revealing, since it was already revealed in Reveal 2. Saw 2.
Who are you? I've seen you on television. Lawrence Gordon was your doctor.
Just seconds after Dr. Lynn asks who John is, she tells us she already knew who he was.
There's no preventative treatment for what you have.
I remember you saying that to me once before.
This reminds me, the Jigsaw murders are a huge story now. At this point, detectives should have already figured out that this guy likes to play games where the people are connected in some way. Look at the insane amount of connections during this series. Everybody who's ever talked to John Kramer should be on high alert. But people are getting kidnapped in hospitals. The level of alertness is so low.
Turns their back on their husband, neglects their child, who has every possible advantage in life, but chooses not to advance.
Jigsaw is clearly well enough to prepare these f***ing speeches. You know he's not coming up with this shit off the cuff. It's as if he's got a speechwriter in his employ.
Amanda, it's time to start our game.
It takes 30 minutes for this movie to Saw 3. Also, this is where the attempt at Saw mythology really started putting a strain on the viewer. From here on out, you would need Cliff's notes for previous entries each time you watched a new one. And they're forced to set up all this bullshit at the beginning that sets up other bullshit for other movies. Is there a reason this crate can't just be on the ground? Then you don't have to rent the forklift. There really seems to be a lot of wasted expense at Jigsaw Corp.
Consumed with hatred, vengeance. Vengeance against the drunk driver who killed your only son.
I know Jigsaw has Amanda and Detective Hoffman helping him out right now. How the f*** does he know all the stories of everybody he puts through these things? You know what kind of work hours these people would have to endure to understand everything about their victims? You wouldn't even have time to pee. Jigsaw puts Jeff in the extremely clever trap of a wooden box that he needs to kick until he's set free. Classic Jigsaw. I guess that tape also gave Jeff superpowers so he can now kick open the crate. The higher-ups at Jigsaw Corp didn't think this through very well. I mean, there's no guarantee that Jeff can kick the crate open, and he could easily have been knocked unconscious from that fall for more than the 2-hour time limit he was given, or even been impaled by a stray piece of wood and died on the spot. Jeff practices his Clint Eastwood lines in private for when he actually meets up with his kid's killer. I would have gone with "I'm the Rainmaker," something a little more fun, but that's just me. I mean, nobody locks a f***ing house up anymore. Jigsaw and his followers really have an easy time of it, kidnapping these people.
For a tumor like this, you need steroids, prednisone. You tell me something that I don't know, stupid.
Amanda clearly has ninja-like qualities, the ability to break into any facility, so why not steal the drugs he needs? I bet when you bought your ticket for Saw 3, you didn't expect an episode of House to break out, did you? How about you actually try to insert the key into the lock before giving up?
You fantasize there was a counterfeit. Well,
Is Jigsaw Freddy Krueger now?
this will prevent her from running, much like she did on the day your son was hit.
If she kept driving after seeing Jeff's son get hit by a car, then how did anyone know who she was? Jeff doesn't seem to know who she is, so she obviously wasn't set to be a witness at the trial. So how did Jigsaw know who she was?
You alone can grant her the gift of life before she freezes to death.
When was she put in here? And how did they know Jeff would wake up, get out of the crate, get to her before she froze to death? Also, how is that tape recorder even still working in these conditions?
I'm so sorry. I'm human, just like your son was.
I'm I'm no hanging from the ceiling and freezing to death expert, but it seems weird that she explains how she's just a human who makes mistakes, and then compares that to his 8-year-old son while she's begging for her life. I guess when Jigsaw and Amanda scouted this guy, they took measurements of how far he could reach. Also, if Jigsaw's main goal is to have people tap into their survival instincts, why does he make it where it's so easy to f*** up these games? I mean, Jeff here could have easily dropped the key when he finally grabs hold of it, and by no fault of his own, would have failed the test and died. Movie proves my thesis. You simply can't unlock ice. Do we really have to go through this rigmarole again? We saw enough of this in the first movie to get the gist of it, and we found out in the second movie that she's now working for Jigsaw. So this just seems like wasted time in a movie that's already at least 20 minutes too long.
There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate.
Wait a minute. So Amanda was put to the test, but all she had to do was cut open the stomach of someone who was already dead to get the key. While I admit this is still not easy, she didn't have to do anything to put her through any real pain to escape.
Amanda, do not be afraid.
I mean, was the trial easy just so that he could recruit her? Seems like Jigsaw would have given her a real trial if she was supposed to be his protege. Also, I don't really understand why she decided to be pro-Jigsaw after this. The trial was bogus. What made Jigsaw so sure she'd want to be a part of this? Also, considering the reason Jigsaw is putting Amanda to the test, it seems like having a scene where he tells Amanda specifically to make these traps escapable and why would be important, plus giving us the reasons for Amanda's failures. But the movie seems more interested in the nostalgia of the original Saw than showing us where Amanda went wrong. Jeff appears to have washed up a bit, put some gel in his hair since the last time we saw him. Jigsaw's just being a dick at this point. It is clear that all the cops needed to do to catch Jigsaw was tell every Radio Shack in the area to flag anyone buying 25 mini cassette recorders to immediately contact the cops.
You don't remember me?
Look, I'm going to spout something that's very argumentative here, which I'm sure many of you are used to by now. But after the first death, it's kind of hard to believe Jeff gives a shit about his revenge right now.
People get more for parking tickets.
People get more than 6 months in jail for unpaid parking tickets? Is Saw set in the Orwellian universe? Another trial that's kind of old, really. All Jeff had to do was incinerate his son's toys to get a key, then wade through some pickups to save the judge. He didn't really pay any price there. Sure, it must have been tough saying goodbye to all those mementos, but there's not really a choice here. Nearly 4 minutes of sickening brain surgery.
John, how you doing?
Never better.
I would be doing better if this scene would ever end. In fact, let's just add 20 cents for this.
Alright, John. You remove the skull.
Didn't we already go through this an hour ago? Which seems like how long ago this scene started. Oh no, the brain surgery tapped into his cerebral flashback. So Amanda kidnapped Adam in the first movie? Doesn't matter. Do we care? Also, is Jeff just standing around this whole time? He only has 2 hours. Doesn't seem fair if they're making him wait while Amanda deals with her personal hang-ups.
With his left leg in the shackle.
Why do I get the feeling this whole scene is only here to shut people up about how Jigsaw couldn't have done this by himself? And to tie up all the questions people had about that first movie. Also, I get the sense that the movie has all these scenes with brain surgery and going back to the first movie because it realizes what a bare-bones premise Saw 3 actually is. Without all that, this movie must be 30 minutes on paper. But with all the other stuff, they managed to make it nearly 2 hours. Also, while this is great and all, do we really need to see all the minutiae surrounding the first movie setup? Cool, she dragged the bodies around. He drew an X on the wall. Awesome. Showing the actual setup of this scene from the first film takes away all the mystery and makes it seem even more preposterous. Good thing the drugs they gave him kept him knocked out for the right amount of time. What would have happened exactly if Dr. Gordon had woken up at this moment? Would they have Obi-Wan'd him? These are not the Jigsaw and Amanda you're looking for. Also, not to belabor the point, but what the f*** is Jeff doing right now? Can we at least get a shot of him sitting in a chair, reading an old issue of People or something? Both Jeff and the judge seem awfully clean, just being covered in pig guts. Maybe they were taking showers for the last 20 minutes. Because, I mean, it's not like there's any real time clock or anything.
That day he made a terrible mistake.
So Timothy was a drunk driver, but this wasn't a hit and run. So why did the judge need a witness in this case to give him more time in prison? Why, yes, Your Honor, the defendant looked drunk, but the breathalyzer results probably told you that.
The question you have to ask yourself is this. Are you willing
Have mercy.
to take a bullet for the man who killed your son?
I'm having trouble figuring out John's motives here. The first 2 victims, Jeff needed to grab a key and make a decision to save a person's life. But now, for the actual drunk driver who killed his son, he has to take a bullet? That's a dick move, even for John. Also, there appears to be absolutely no consequence to letting any of these people die. There is a route through this game where Jeff lets everyone die, gets his wife back, doesn't kill Jigsaw, and learns where his daughter is to save her, however unlikely. In fact, I kept thinking that Jeff was going to be led into a room where he needed a surviving victim to advance. Sure, the way this is set up leads to a pretty nifty whammy at the end, but I think Jeff's trial is way more emotionally complicated than anything Jigsaw has ever come up with to teach a lesson.
3 minutes for the next one. Fuck off.
You've got to help him, Jeff.
Because, I mean, I'm not gonna
My
take
name's
bullets.
Jeff.
You totally should. It'll be good for your healing process. Jeff has no concept of time, or doesn't give a shit. Not only is he letting this guy get closer to death while he figures out what he wants to do, he also only has 2 hours to get out of this hellhole.
Jeff, Just standing there, you're an accomplice to murder.
Actually, I don't think that's true. You can't force anyone to take a bullet to save someone. You might be a cowardly dick, but you're probably not going to jail, especially when you factor in the kidnapping and stressful situations he was put into. Just take your time, Jeff. There aren't any leg bones snapping behind you or anything.
Got the key.
Oh, come on. What are the odds? One flaw in Jigsaw's plan, if he wanted any of these people to live, was that he picked a person who has zero clue how to use a key properly.
Amanda, even with that gun, is Lynn, who holds your life in her hand.
Amanda's test is whether or not she can save a life, because her Jigsaw-inspired traps were inescapable. But it was remarkable that he knew Amanda would grow jealous of Dr. Lynn and would go as far as shooting her over it. If Amanda sets inescapable traps, why would
Cedric
she
Diggory.
Amanda somehow thought a cop had no way of getting out of his shackles and left this door completely unlocked. Even with that makeshift cane, there is no way in hell Eric is walking around on that foot we saw him break at the beginning of the movie. Jesus, for a guy who just smashed his own right foot with a toilet tank lid, he sure does get some good leverage during this fight. I guess I don't need this fight scene super lit or anything, but
Super lit.
try to follow the action on this scene is still going on.
You left him for dead, didn't you? But I cleaned up your mistakes. I forgave you for them.
How the did John clean up Amanda's mistakes? The FBI people noticed immediately that the deaths at the beginning weren't John's work.
But it changes. Oh, a lot.
Given the roughly, 98% death rate of all the Jigsaw traps through these 3 movies, and the other 2% become Jigsaw disciples, what the f*** is Amanda basing this belief on? Jeff has finally discovered the mystery of keys. Jigsaw's master plan benefits from insanely good timing, as Amanda shoots Lynn just before Jeff can stop it. Not only that, she shoots Lynn in such a way that she's incapable of telling Jeff not to kill John.
You didn't know that Lynn and Jeff were husband and wife.
How the f*** did he keep that from her? And Jeff and Lynn Denlin have the same last names. You mean to tell me that he said, go to this address and kidnap Jeff, but don't look at any family photos around the house and don't do any research? Surely with the kind of job she has, where she has to kidnap people and be at certain places at certain times, she would have discovered their marriage somehow just through the surveillance that is required of such tasks. Oh, good. Now you've killed off the main villain of your franchise and still have several movies left to go. Sure, that'll pay off. Saw 3, Rocky 4.
Nicole never bothered me anymore.
No.
I'll die with you.
Saw 4.
You need a logo.
Oh, fuck
Why not
off.
make it today? With Taylor Brands, you can create a professional.
Saw 3 waited 30 minutes. In the last movie, Hoffman was listed in the credits as a forensics officer, and now he's a lieutenant in what? A matter of a day or two? Come the f*** on with this He couldn't just do something simpler like post-dating an envelope and sending the tape to the police precinct? Why even write that on there? If you find a tape in someone's stomach, I'm pretty sure, just for curiosity's sake, you're gonna play the shit out of that tape.
You think it's over just because I'm dead?
Luckily for Jigsaw, he found at least one person who not only survived his traps, but actually followed his rules later. His other 2 protégés, Amanda and Hoffman, became miserable failures. Why is he so sure Dr. Gordon won't follow suit? Discount Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine Elijah Wood. People screaming and bleeding from multiple orifices, so it must be Saw. Also, this random scene gives us a character we won't see again for another hour and we'll have totally forgotten about by the time we do see him. No wonder no one can tell the Saw sequels apart. You have to wait almost 10 minutes for a title screen to know which one you're watching. Won't be needing this anymore. What is it with this guy, by the way? He did this in the last movie, too. Somehow this robot camera knows it's in a horror movie, and make sure the footage comes with a healthy dose of static, so that it can make dramatic reveals. Karen! Did this dude go to cop school? If we did everything wrong with Officer Riggs' cop training, it would take 3 videos and 15 sin counters to cover the mistakes. Also, how many people watching this a year from the last movie even know who Carrie is anymore? Oh well, at least Detective Carrie's body only attracted 1 rat.
Somebody get those rats off her.
No, seriously, it's just 1 rat, on loan from the Departed.
What?
Agent Strum must already know that Detective Hoffman is behind this, because he's being Dickie McDickerson the Dick-Fed for no good reason. Jigsaw, is he the murderer the police say he is? Also, this could be the worst title ever. The name you lead with is Jigsaw, and not John Kramer. You wouldn't write a book called David Berkowitz. Let's just waste book cover space until we finally get to Son of Sam. They couldn't come up with a better name than Modern Cultures. Sounds a lot more like an art magazine than something that would do an in-depth expose on a mass murder.
Who's he?
Lieutenant Riggs, SWAT commander.
What's his problem?
I'm gonna go with that crime scene you just came from didn't sit too well with him. Seriously, did Darren Lynn Bousman take Scott Patterson aside and say, "You're doing great, but I need you to turn the tick up to at least 257. I guess I don't expect a cop who takes off his equipment too early or tries to run into a room that could be booby-trapped to be at the top of his game. But after his partners Eric Matthews and Allison Carey got killed, he doesn't seem to be on the highest alert for potential kidnapping scenarios." This article actually starts with something about John Kramer, then proceeds to talk about a war in Prague or something. Hey man, are you even going to be the least bit scared about something coming to kidnap you? If you know anything about the killings, you should have set up a barricade, alarms, and those traps from the Collector all around your apartment by now. In an unconventional crossover, the Riddler has now joined Jigsaw's quest to... What exactly is Jigsaw doing again? Despite seeing Jigsaw and his crew pull off impossible remote TV power-ups in the past, this one required a cord attached to a doorknob. And yes, if powered on out of nowhere, we would send that too.
Obsession to stop those around you from making the wrong choices, thus preventing you from making the right ones.
Under these circumstances, how are you not obsessed with finding a killer? Find out later this is really about Rig running through unsecured doors. I think could have been handled through disciplinary action, but why not make him run through death traps?
Eric Matthews is still alive.
Man, Eric Matthews has to be the saddest sack in the history of horror movies. It makes the woman in Jurassic World that the pterodactyls played catch with look like she got off easy. So this is 90 minutes from when? How is it even remotely possible that Jigsaw knows Rig will wait up exactly 90 minutes before the ice melts under Matthews? And yes, I realize this is the Jigsaw. However, the franchise f***s around with time, killers' identities so many times, and just stick with Jigsaw. TV powered on out of nowhere, so we're sitting back to... Can't you just shoot the hair? Jigsaw knew Rig was going to open that drawer. I feel like this franchise truly went south when it put in Jigsaw disciples who didn't know the rules of Jigsaw tests. They made the traps inescapable. Because at this point, the movies are as cynical as their annual release date, promising sickening death and little else. This chick's hair has been pulled for a good 2 minutes now. How is she not dead or bald or whatever the point of this trap is yet?
Fisk, not now.
Not now is becoming my new "you're late" and lose. It's pointless. It's probably one of the most dickheaded things you can tell a cop who obviously is concerned about something, and it's pointless and stupid and pointless.
Hello, Brenda. An officer will try to save you.
So, did she listen to this message while tied to the hair pulling machine? She reached it when it was taped to her hand and she was chained to the chair. Also, did she rewind the tape when she was done?
This man will use these photos to sentence you for your crimes.
Is she a prostitute? Does the movie really tell you? Do you care? So, they took their time to give Matthews a walking boot for his broken foot. They couldn't give him a bath or shave in the last 6 months.
Tell you!
Previously on Saw 2. Wait, is this 2? Or is it 3? Or is it both? Me.
It started.
When did it ever end? Can someone explain the point of painting something that only a black light can pick up here, but painting a normal-ass message plain as day here? Damn, Limp Bizkit concerts got really ultra-terrible in 2007.
Be careful. There are cameras watching, and you must hide your identity.
Couldn't the new Jigsaw have given him these instructions before he walked into the motel? What good is a disguise when all the cameras have picked him up already? Then this asshole puts on the mask and decides, who needs this shit? I'll walk through this motel with my gun drawn and no mask on. This dude kicks the drunk homeless guy out and then leaves the door wide open.
Takes a motto and twists it into some manic torture mode.
This guy. He really thinks he's cracked the case, rolling up those sleeves. It's John's ex-wife put pictures of herself all around the crime scene and painted the clinic's motto on the walls. It's the basic instinct alibi, the one you can't even define as an alibi because it's so stupid.
I don't have to convince everybody. Just 12 people.
This guy.
When you see this face,
John Kramer buys a house back. Way more compelling now that that's this old-ass TV can pick up a live broadcast of Eric Matthews beamed in on my favorite channel.
Oh yes, it's a penalty. Right, I got set up for this one.
Piccolo on the UHF dial.
It is your choice if you wish.
Oh what?
To his own.
Shoot!
This dude did some terrible but is Rig really entertaining the idea of torturing this guy when he's desperately looking for Eric Matthews right now?
Without you, this man's game cannot begin. Force him into position to face his demons.
I like how new Jigsaw thinks. When you've got one person involved in a game, have them help you set up for someone else's game. Truly, the gift keeps on giving. I mean, he didn't even need to put that guy in the torture device to get this message. Can we have some semblance of...
What? I didn't touch the
Okay,
fucking
why does
gun.
this message say only become a feature and save a life in this shot, and then add a whole extra phrase in this shot? Things people never do when they're suspected of child abuse. This police report has nothing to do with Jigsaw.
Gideon Lynn Evans.
Gideon, I'm sorry, who?
You know, of Chinese Zodiac.
Hell, you just mentioned Gideon like you'd know immediately who that was. And then when he asks, you start going into Chinese Zodiac stuff. Just tell him who Gideon is.
Yeah, honey. Cousin Anthony.
Prostitute hangs around clinic for that sweet reputation money.
Because they are closing in
Oh,
on the title.
what,
It
Kay?
looks like,
We're on the right side of
securing
the
really
continuity
the way
about
the
how
season
no one in this
started,
universe knows
which
how to
means
use
the
ski. I know
real
Cecil
team
told
in
her
this
to stay
division,
there.
they'll be
The other doors are
champions of
locked.
it if it stays like this.
The exit where her
Played like
husband's
champions
close.
today, and they are going to finish up as champions.
Really,
and
what these
possibly at the end
flashbacks
of this
do is
match.
prequelize the sequence by explaining way too much of John's psyche before he became Jigsaw. How he arrived at this philosophy is meaningless now, since he's dead. His other disciples aren't following the rules, and the rules have murky guidelines as it is.
Okay, let's review.
No, we just did that.
Girl loves boy, boy loves girl. Boy gets girl pregnant, girl loses baby, boy turns into a serial killer.
This is also known as the circle of life.
This wasn't about Rig saving his friends. He's being recruited.
So now Strom thinks Rig is being recruited. Strom doesn't actually do any detective work. Just stares angrily at him and shouts something that sounds intelligible.
Asshole. You jump off that block, you electrocute him.
So I'll point this gun at him to illustrate how careless you're being. Also, I'm wondering something. Eric Matthews is so gung-ho about not giving a what would have happened if they discovered that Hoffman's trap didn't work at all? Would Hoffman just shoot them in the head and bounce? Rig conveniently had a flashback that would later pay off in a flashback that Hoffman has. Also, Matthews appears to have nothing to do with any of this other than Rig wants to find him. So why keep Matthews alive for 6 months for the same game? Did Hoffman know he was going to put Rig through this 6 months ago? Why not just use his wife? I'm beginning to think this whole series should have been called Flashbacks. Just plain Flash. Copyright began. The Mrs. Rig God told him to become the teacher and save a life, and where it all began. And he immediately thought, I know, it's at that school where Bugs that teacher. Also, the movie covers so much of the same ground we just saw a minute ago, it's practically mudding through its plot right now. This clock serves as a reminder that Rig has wasted nearly an hour. He's right next to his partner. It also serves as a reminder that you should never walk in the time. How the f*** do they wake up exactly when he arrives? You can't time this. Plus, a jump scare in a Saw movie is like a dick in a toaster. It just doesn't belong. Hold on while I try and come up with a better symbol. So, whoever's behind all this set up spikes that hit all his major arteries and missed hers. I guess since we find out Dr. Gordon from the first movie is behind a lot of these traps, he could have done this. But think about this for a second. He was able to accurately shoot rods through these people with their clothes on, and he was able to shoot these things through two bodies with a cruise machine that I guess has some sort of hyper-accurate GPS on it. Man, the writer's room for these movies must have been a barrel of laughs. Saw, what these movies are edited with.
You gotta save yourself.
I'm so confused. The hard part with the spikes is over. This is just a key. How hard is it to put a key in the harness and unlock her from this thing?
Past Rig's judgment.
I'll get it.
Strong really can't
Back in a couple minutes. Wait a minute. 1 minute.
Last known address, just a couple blocks from here.
How would you know he has a bunch of properties, but not know all the addresses of said property? Also, was the guy testing a loaded crossbow? He must have gotten the backup CSI crew.
It's the lair. Where's the lair?
It doesn't exist.
Jigsaw wanted us to find that place. Where's the new game being played?
Find what place? This place? But Agent Perez just said it didn't exist. Like we're supposed to know.
Fuckity, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
So much information is not going to
Ah, fuckity, right in the ass.
What they think is going on in Terminator Genesis. Keep in mind, this scene also happens immediately after one of their forensics team gets shot in the face with a spark. Agent Strom is surprised to find out he has a partner, Agent Perez, who's always by his side.
Hello, Agent Perez.
Lucky for Team Jigsaw, the correct FBI agent found the tape, when it could have been any number of officers at the crime scene or some random homeless person looking for a place to crash. This throat around the office scene is brought to you by weird subliminal cuts of Agent Perez. We needed to know what Strom was angry about. Guys, I want to give you some happy news. Wedding back on, and major discovery in Bay. That damn layer asks questions, gives few answers though. I'm just gonna take down a bunch of random pictures, and I'm sure that will help me solve the case.
What's with the dog? What's with the tricycle? Who were John's business associates before he went insane?
There really are hundreds of hours of interview footage with her. I'm guessing all of these questions have been asked and answered.
And he is your f***ing lawyer!
During this flash sequence, are we supposed to believe Agent Strom actually pulled a gun on Jill? Or is this just him imagining it? I like how these movies keep showing Dr. Lawrence Gordon's name and never show you Carrie Owen, because apparently they can't pay him to remind you who the Dr. Lawrence Gordon is. Much like Kanye West, John likes to listen to his own greatest hits while at home. So did Cecil not go to jail? He stole a bunch of drugs and killed a woman's unborn child. I wouldn't think that was his first offense. John's first victim was Cecil, the guy responsible for his wife losing the baby. It is vitally important to tell you that he was walking around the street festival that day, and to show you all the costumes and fireworks. I don't really know why either, I'm just a journalist. I'll give the writers credit. They are doing their best at including Jigsaw in a movie when he is now dead. But this is all the same flashback crap that was the least interesting aspect of the last two movies.
As a drug addict and a thief, you preyed on the kindness of others.
So wait, was John just memorizing this speech that he was playing back on the tape recorder a minute ago?
As a drug user and a hustler, you played for laughs with other people's lives.
Actually, no, he didn't do a very good job memorizing that, did he? Or was this for someone else, and he decided to do the live show for Cecil?
Press hard enough. Release the arm with the leg restraints. Or you can sit idly and bleed out.
Couldn't he still bleed out, even if he gets out of the trap? He would then be bleeding in space as well.
Four walls built a home.
He has looked at this damn article I don't know how many times, and he is just now noticing the big-ass bold letters that say 4 walls build a home. You movie.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where is it?
I guess this guy wasn't super unlikable enough already, so they added this scene.
I don't have 2 minutes.
Why wait 2 minutes for backup? You can go in by yourself to what's probably a well-executed jigsaw trap. This just seems like overkill. Why did Art have to go through one test only to be thrust into yet another test? One that completely relies on some asshole not walking through the door. Man, I just watched Saw 3 and I can't even remember who this is. Also, Saw 3 is happening at the same time as Saw 4 with perfect in-sync timing somehow. Just think if Agent Strom figures out the 4 walls build a home clue sooner. Both movies get derailed. Can Art not at least answer Matthew's question? What's it gonna hurt? This guy's about to have his head squashed by 2 huge blocks of ice that somehow hasn't melted yet. He couldn't have run up to the door and told Rig to hold on for 10 seconds? Art is useless. Well, at least Eric doesn't have to watch any more Saw movies.
Where is my daughter?
So the prediction that Strom would kill an innocent man happens right here.
But
But Jeff did point a gun at him, and he did slash Jigsaw's throat. So I don't know if we're splitting hairs here, but it's not terribly innocent. Also, I thought at the end of Saw 3, John played a tape explaining to Jeff that he had to play a game to save his daughter. But this movie forgot that, and Jeff just demands answers from any asshole who runs into a room.
What did you open that door?
Pretty sure Hoffman planned all this. Trying to teach Rig a lesson about running through doors like this. The problem here is, after 90 minutes, Blank was going to be able to release Matthews and himself from the trap regardless of whether Rig came through the door or not. What lesson does Rig learn if he still busts down the door, but the 90 minutes were up and nobody dies? I would have probably said something like, I need to get this tape recorder so Rig doesn't shoot me. Art.
Hello, Officer Rig. If you are hearing this.
Good thing Art was able to take the time to press play while his brains were shooting out of his head. Seriously, how did no one suspect Hoffman this entire time? Just look at him, for Christ's sake. We call this look the Costas Mandalore.
We're here to find the person helping Jigsaw and Amanda Young.
By the way, with this movie and Saw 3 happening at the same time, how does the FBI know anything about Amanda Young being in on this? At the end of Saw 2, I don't believe there was anything tying her to Jigsaw. Even if the cops were studying the tapes. Even her recording to Eric hasn't been found. And this plan worked out to perfection for Detective Hoffman. Remember, the only reason why Agent Strom is here right now is because he had a last-minute revelation about the Gideon meatpacking plant. Great timing also on the he's gonna kill an innocent man thing, because that doesn't happen if Strom doesn't get a last second out of his ass lead. See, I think the giveaway in these films is that anyone who knows how to properly use a key is a killer.
You think it's over just because I am dead?
Damn you, Wesley. What went wrong? Was it the RUSs? Also, where did the guys doing the autopsy go? You'd think Hoffman would be smart enough to listen to this tape somewhere else.
It's not over. The games have just begun.
If the 27 games that were just going on at the same time weren't enough for it.
Well, some warning signs here that it's not done and dusted.
I am your father's, brother's, nephew's, cousin's, former roommate.
Let's wash the hair. He needs something now. He's small.
Conceded that goal. They just lost their way there.
Tempo dropped, I thought, in the last 5 minutes. And
From the studio that brings you all the Transformers movies.
to get back to what they were
Before
doing
they died, my
beforehand.
parents told me.
Jai Courtney narration. Also Jai Courtney. The Golden Gate Bridge isn't being attacked by primates, supervillains, or Godzillas in this scene.
August 29th, 1997.
Somehow, history ignored what happened in the other Terminator movies and just settled back on August 29th, 1997 as Judgment Day. At this point, the Terminator franchise is in such a time paradox that Biff Tannen married Hermione Granger in Stephen King's best-selling novel, Rose Madder and the Goblet of Firestarter.
Decided all humanity was a threat to its existence.
Why? Humanity don't threat the machines. The Matrix knew this. Like, Skynet. They could have just used humans for cheap slave labor. Golden Gate Bridge gets destroyed by something cliche. And yes, I did just sin both sides of that thing. So?
Or worse, captured and put into camps for extermination.
Efficient machines capture humans first, and then put them in a camp where they'll eventually be killed, instead of just killing them on the spot, moving on as a true machine would do. You know what would have been more awesome than this? A Terminator. Then, someone waiting to save a small child from a Terminator in a sewer busted in to save the day.
And then one man found me.
This movie spent its first 5 minutes on everyone already knows.
He's gonna lead us to crush
Play
Skynet.
forward, a bit of menace.
This narration is still going on after 5.5 minutes. All these assholes, and they're going to send just one of them. Couldn't the other 100 at least guard the time machine? Clearly outmatched resistance will still have soldiers after all this shit. The movie saves money by employing 1984 Arnold Schwarzenegger at his bargain basement price at the time.
It'll rip apart anything not in.
Really get at the opposition here.
It's a weird plot convenience, just roll with it. Also, they figured everything out about this time machine except sending Kyle back a week early to prepare for the arrival of the T-800 and blow his ass away before this even starts. And yes, we realize that John probably won't perform because Kyle will be able to use his intense experience to bang Sarah later. But who needs John Connor then, besides that further? Kyle's masturbatory father just happens to fall in front of a person's sperm bank.
When you've got to want to head the ball, Martin, and this player did, and certainly attacked that corner with a lot of desire.
It would take forever to explain that it's this magical place where you order food and some underpaid person brought it to you. And each one I told her who I am, it attacks John.
Genesis.
I know. How that's possible is the miracle of Terminator Genesis. Also, this is the guy that attacks John. But why not a hell of a lot sooner? Why does he allow Kyle to go back in time before he makes his move?
Remember, Genesis is Skynet.
Convenient alternate timeline memories aren't convenient. Movie stupidly thinks the only reason audiences haven't taken to Jack Courtney yet is because they haven't seen him naked enough. Discount Bill Paxton.
We won't be needing any clothes.
How did the older Terminator from the fractured
Now
timeline
they've
know
got a
that
chance
the new
in
young
this part of
Terminator
the
from the
pitch.
secondary timeline would show up here now? Hey, remember in The Running Man when Arnold fought Jesse Ventura and it was all fake digital simulation? Yeah, I remember that right now for some reason. Seems like this could have been done 10 minutes ago. Also, this renders the fight between young and old Arnie completely pointless.
The crowd really made a hash of that to try
What
and get
year?
an equaliser.
You should know the date, dude. They told you that before you left. In the first movie, that made sense. In this one, it just like, also, why did this new Terminator act like a normal, afraid of guns person this whole time? Instead of simply just killing Kyle before. Even though all the events of the original timeline have changed, Kyle still runs to this store and gets the same damn clothes from the first one. You know where this asshole is? Why not want them? That's it. I mean, is there any reason for this thing to hide? What is it afraid of? Is there some part of this confusing timeline where Sarah and the Terminator knew that Kyle stopped inside this very department store to pick up clothes at this very time? I could just go on a rant about how this is impossible. Instead, I'll just say,
Come with me if you want to live.
of all the gym joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. Frankly, my dear, I don't get it. I see dead people.
When the Terminator was sent back to kill me, I know, but we already took care of him.
Is she stupid? Kyle has no idea what's going on. She decides to reveal a good Terminator to him before he even knows such a thing exists. Hence, an unnecessary action scene. Well, Kyle's knocked out for a second, so time for his full vision like he's Harry Potter looking for Horcruxes.
How does Liquid Metal think know where to intercept me?
No amount of John Connor turned into an evil robot and set this new timeline into motion information has been explained out.
That programmed by who? Huh? Who sent it back? Oh, that's convenient.
Hey, that's my line.
We can stop Judgment Day from happening. Ever.
We're not the Game of Thrones. I'd be forced to conclude this girl's acting is generally terrible. I'm not sure why the T-1000 needs headlights to see the road, but he just gave away his position. And why he didn't take him out way smarter than this is beyond me.
We can't stay here to fight
What's
it.
the idea?
How? In Terminator 2, the T-1000 couldn't find shit, so they had to go to different places based on the probability that they were there. They definitely wouldn't have been able to figure out a random factory outside LA just because.
You said it happened. Asshole. How?
Does that matter?
Kinda. Apparently T-1000 goo can revive an older Model T-800 for those reasons. This Terminator is terrible at terminating. Come on, this stupid thing was definitely melted. And even if it wasn't, how did it have enough liquid metal to carry on like this? This is the movie's second time machine, but it won't be the last.
How can he be remembering two timelines?
It is possible if he were exposed to the nexus point of
Still
the time
trying to
flow.
get forward here.
Terminator Genesis tries to out-jargon Tomorrowland, and I think it's working. Also, I'm fine with him remembering two timelines. I'm just trying to figure out why he only has that one memory. And why does the memory only tell him that he can stop Skynet, not what he actually did to stop Skynet?
If John Connor were to be killed or compromised, it could result in the ability to remember both deaths.
Why does John Connor hold the key to remembering two timelines? He just went through a bunch of gobbledygook about a nexus point and a time flow. That should be independent of John's fate. Yes, Jesus, has she not seen the other 4 films? I guess this kind of nudity is supposed to arouse my shadow puppets.
You needed the CPU from the future to venture project.
That's the only thing they needed from the future to build a goddamn time machine? That's amazing. This is where the movie should have taken a left turn and become a mostly Silent Wall-E style exploration of what Pops does for all these years while waiting until 2017. He could get a dog, watch Jeopardy, maybe even make a Tinder profile. These billboards counting down until Genesis make me wonder why they didn't choose to get here several days ahead of the event to give themselves more time to stop it, as opposed to 35 hours from the end of the world. It took 5 movies for the time machine to finally drop its travelers into a dangerous tunnel. Did they survive this situation? How did they survive this?
Expired items.
They literally had to be part of this plan to be here this weekend. At least surprised that any witnesses have even had time to dial 911.
I was just looking at her in the mirror, and then the cabin exploded.
So, just like every other one of their attempted kills, they did something completely immaterial to their goal, announced their presence, and failed because of it again.
There wasn't water coming up from below. It was liquid metal.
And it still couldn't kill you?
Just remember, you take my hand and saying those words.
It takes 9 minutes of screen time, about an hour of assumed movie time, and literally 33 years for Kyle to finally tell Sarah how he knew that. A young girl and her Terminator is a way better movie than this one. Yeah, could have been great. I guess we'll have to wait for the TV series. Or watch The Professional.
If Pops wanted me dead, I'd be dead.
This is what they do. All right.
God damn it, this is one of those moments in movies where it makes zero sense for somebody to be untrusting of what they see before their very eyes. Does Kyle actually think the Terminator is playing a long con game by not killing Sarah immediately?
Just because you two don't get along.
This they don't get along narrative has virtually no roots in the reality we've seen so far. One early misunderstanding and a snide comment from Pops equals not getting along? They've known each other for like 3 hours.
Genesis does everything. My phone will link to my tablet, will link to my computer.
How is this any different from what current gadgets and teenagers are capable of? Oh, Terminators are coming, everybody!
He hasn't aged. Not a bit since I saw him in 1984 or 2.
You saw her from the counter you were hiding behind? Law enforcement
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it there, and I shall see. This is Captain Lorca, signing off. See you later, dudes.